Hi, and welcome back to our search engine optimization tutorial. In the last video, we went ahead and learned how to put the necessary heading tags onto your web pages, like the title tag and the description tag, as well as the indexing tags, so that when a search engine goes to your website, they know that it's okay to index it. And they also know how to index it, what to show as your title, and what to show as your description on your page. In this video, we're going to go ahead and go into Google Webmaster Tools and actually tell Google to go ahead and index your website. And this is actually a two-step process. The first step is adding your site, and the second step is creating a sitemap and adding that to your Webmaster account. And we'll be doing that in the next video. But for this video, we're going to go ahead and set up our website inside of Webmaster Tools. Now, the first thing that you're going to need in order to work in Webmaster Tools is a Google account. And you can see I've created a fictitious Google account here called simplecleanweb@gmail.com. A Google account can be any Gmail account. So if you don't already have a Gmail address that you want to use, just simply open a browser window, go to gmail.com, and create a new account. And then you'll be able to log in to Webmaster Tools using that Gmail account. Now, once you're logged in, you're going to see, since we don't have any sites set up currently, welcome to Webmaster Tools. And the first thing it's going to ask you to do is to enter in the URL of your website. So I'm going to go ahead and click down here and type in www.simplecleanweb.net, the URL of my website. And then I'm just simply going to click Add Site. And it'll take just a moment. And the next thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to verify ownership of this website. And if Google didn't do this step, anybody could add your website to their Google account. So you need to verify that you own that site. Google recommends that you use that you sign in with your domain name provider, which in this case is GoDaddy. I think there's an easier way under alternate methods right here. And you're going to see there's an option here for HTML tag. If you click that, you're going to see that it gives you a meta tag right here. And you're going to want to highlight that and copy it. And then go into whatever program you're using to edit your website. In this case, I'm using Dreamweaver, but you could be using whatever you want. And you want to edit your home page, which in this case is index.html. And just as before, we were able to put in these meta tags here for keyword and description. You're just going to go ahead and paste that Google site verification meta tag into your Gmail or into your web page. I'll then go ahead and save it, and remember to upload it to the server. You've got to upload that. A lot of people just save the file and then they go ahead and try and verify, and it won't. Google can't verify it because they haven't actually uploaded the changes. So we've got that uploaded, and the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and click the verify button at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and click verify, and it should say congratulations, you have successfully verified the ownership of your domain. And I'll go ahead and click continue, and that's going to bring me into my main Webmaster screen. If you are working with multiple websites, if you come up here to where you see your domain name, you'll be able to click and you'll see they'll all be listed there. So if you have multiple websites, you can deal with them all from a single Webmaster Tools account. You just simply add a new site over here at the Tools menu. Now, there's a lot of information that Google Webmaster Tools is going to provide you about your site. It's going to tell you how often Google comes and visits your site. It's going to tell you if you have any errors on your website. It's going to tell you how people find your site. Do they type in a search query? And what words do they type in to find your site? So there's an abundance of information that you can get from this. Now, since this is a brand new site, obviously Google hasn't come and indexed my site yet. And if I come over here to Google Index and click on Index Status, you can see it's telling me the total number of pages that have been indexed by Google is 0. But eventually you're going to see that that's going to increase. And you'll see Google will slowly start adding your pages to your website. You can definitely speed this process up by adding a sitemap. And that's what we're going to do in the next video. And that's a really critical step that a lot of people don't perform. A lot of people go ahead and they think, okay, as long as I add the right tags to my pages, Google will index my site. Well, that's not quite enough. You need to go ahead and not only add those tags, but also add your site to Google Webmaster Tools. And then once you've added it to Google Webmaster Tools, you need to go ahead and add the sitemap to Google Webmaster Tools so that Google knows what pages to index. So this is definitely a multi-step process. But you can see here under index status exactly what's going on with your site and how many pages have been indexed by Google. If I go ahead and go to another website that I have here, you can see that it's telling me the total number of pages that have been indexed for Timothy Web Design is 35. And you can see a graph here of the way this has been indexing. And you can see here it was indexing 13 pages and it went up to 15 pages. And I actually went ahead and added some pages to my website. I'm going to take those off after I'm done with this video. And you can actually see at some point Google notices that I've added a lot more pages. I'm up to 35 pages that it's indexed at this point. So you can see as you add pages to your site when Google finds them and when Google indexes them. You can also come over here to crawl, and Google will tell you if there's any errors on your site. And it'll also tell you, if you click on crawl stats, how many pages it's gone ahead and crawled every day. And in the case of, and this account is actually linked to another account, so it's showing some data here. But there's a lot of good information. You're probably going to see it says 0 for you for a while here. But the main statistic that you're going to be looking at in the beginning is going to be under Google Index and Index Status to tell how many pages have been indexed in your site. Now, if we come here under crawl, you're going to see there's an option for sitemaps. And that's really the third necessary step that you need to perform in order to get Google to index your site. If you don't submit a sitemap, you may be waiting months for Google to come find your site and actually index a few pages. Whereas if you add a sitemap, you're probably talking about weeks as opposed to months. No one can guarantee that Google is going to index your website. Google is an independent company that nobody can control. So doing these steps obviously can't guarantee that Google will index your site. But again, if you go through these 3 steps, adding the tags as we saw in the last video, adding your website to Google Webmaster Tools as you're seeing in this video, and then finally in the next video adding a sitemap, you should be seeing your site get indexed within a matter of weeks. And again, if you don't go through these steps, it will probably be several months before you see your site actually indexed by Google. And this is really the only way to tell accurately if your site has been indexed by Google, and how often Google is visiting your website, if there are any errors that Google is encountering that's preventing it from properly indexing your site. Just a lot of good information here. So in the next video, we're going to see how to add a sitemap script to your Google Webmaster account. So I will see you in the next video.